Are you tired of exploring underwater caves and not being able to see? Want to illuminate your sugarcane farm so zombies don't come out and bother you all the time? Want to prank your friends by putting sea pickles everywhere in your survival world? Then boy, do I have the redstone device for you. Now, before we get started, I'd like to say that this is the very first redstone device that I built entirely on my own. I didn't watch any videos prior. I had no preconceived notions about what I should or shouldn't do. And I only looked to see what other people had come up for sea pickle farms afterwards, just to comment on this video. Now, what I've seen on the internet so far is either really inefficient or things that don't work with the current mechanics. Um, the first attempt at this, I tried to push the sea pickles off the coral, and that didn't work. What happened is that actually caused the coral to die because it wasn't getting enough water. What this does is it pushes the coral in, and then before it retracts, some bone meal will come through and dispense onto the sea pickles right there. And this is fully automatic. If I throw in some bone meal, it will automatically start dispensing. And so you can hook this up to whatever sort of automatic bone meal generator you want, and this will just farm pickles. Now, this is incredibly fast. You see I put one stack in, and we're going to get several stacks of sea pickles when this is all said and done. And I'm just going to speed the video up here so you don't have to wait all the way through, so you can see just how many sea pickles we're going to get. I don't think I started from zero, so let's start from zero here. Alright, let's try that again. I've emptied out this chest right here. And you'll see how many sea pickles you can. One stack of bone meal equals 5 full stacks of sea pickles. So I'm going to show you how to build this now. All right, we're going to put this here, and as you just saw, you're going to need multiple hoppers. My first time doing this, I used only 3 hoppers, but it wasn't enough, so I'm going to make more hoppers right here. I'm going to crouch. The order in which you put these down matters, because otherwise the powered rails will distract the normal rails. I'm going to put this here, knock this out, put that there. And you can put this here like this, or you can put a lever on it. Either way works, as long as you power on the rail. If you don't want it running all the time, that's fine. And that goes there. And if you want to make the rail stop running, you can just flip this lever right here, and that just goes like so. So now we need to do something. We need to make sure that we place the water down before we place the coral, otherwise the coral will die. And before we place the coral down, we need to place down the hopper and the dropper, because it's going to be hard to place them otherwise. So we got to count up here. I like using chiseled stone brick just because it makes it easy for people to see how many blocks high up I've gone, as opposed to something like dirt or stone bricks or what have you. So This is going to be the level right here for the magma blocks, and we need those to pull the sea pickles down, otherwise they float up, right? And this is going to be the floor for the coral, and right above that is going to be the sea pickles, and right above that is going to be the dispenser, and above that is going to be the dropper. So now we're going to go in 1, and the dropper goes here. The dispenser goes here. We can knock all this out. We can, where's my glass? Crouch and place this here. And then you can mill it around like so. Nope. Now, this part's tricky. So what we're going to do here is we're going to cover this up so that the water that we're about to place cannot mess up our rails, right? So this is where we put our magma tiles down. And I might as well start building with glass so you can see what's happening here. I'm going to start building this up so that you can't, water doesn't just go everywhere. You can build this out of whatever you want, stone bricks, glass, whatever. I made mine out of glass and prismarine just because I had some prismarine and I thought it might look a little nicer. We're going to go like so. And we're going to put that there and right there. I'm going to go 1, 2 here. Knock that out. Knock that out. I don't know why that's like that. That looks weird. And we're going to put our sticky pistons down first. That's going to be a little bit better. And obviously, if I weren't creative, I would be taking some damage from the magma blocks. But you can either use a fire resistance potion or some fire resistance boots or what have you. Knock out these blocks now. So now let's do this again. Alright. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually put glass around this. See how it's important to put things in the right order? And so now I'm going to knock this out. Knock these out. Knock these out. And I want to put some coral right here. And right here in the middle, I'm going to put so there's that. Now I'm going to surround this again with more glass. I seem to have forgotten a block here. That's okay. So now we just got to put in the circuitry. Circuitry is pretty simple. First of all, let's put our hopper in here. Now again, If you want to make this fully automatic, put whatever sugar cane or kelp or whatever farm you have and put on top of that one of these composters. And then into that, you put another hopper. And then you put whatever you want, feeding into that. It could be sugar cane, it could be kelp, it could be whatever it is you want. It could be bread, and it'll compost and then automatically go into here. And every time you have a bone meal, it will fire and create sea pickles for you. So let's make this automatic. We're going to want one of these, one of these. All right, we're going to have a comparator coming out like this. I'm going to have this come out this way. Now it's very important to put this on a 3-tick delay. You want the bone meal to fire after the pistons extend. So whether you have an automatic clock or not, you want the pistons to extend 2 ticks before the bone meal dispenses. Otherwise, the pickle will have nowhere to expand to. So right here, I'm going to put another repeater, and that is going to be what we use to go out to all of the pistons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I should be able to get this around. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, and that makes its way around just quite nicely. And so that should be it. Let's put in some bone meal for the first time, and we will see what happens. And you can see that as they grow, you see the water turns into water source blocks. And that is an automatic sea pickle farm. Now, if you want to replace this automatic circuit with a switch, you can use whatever clock you want, as long as there's a 3-tick delay, or a 2-tick delay over the pistons. The pistons need to fire before the bone meal gets fired. In fact, if we go over here, I have one just like this. Now, this is what it looks like. I put the clock right here, and you see I have a 3-tick delay here. And this switch not only switches on the minecart, it also switches on the clock. Except this is a flower farm. It's the exact same concept. There's no magma. Credit to GG Blah and My Realm for taking my idea and turning it into a flower farm. It is way better than all of those flower farms that I've seen so far that use water and use bone meal on the dirt itself, because this lets you select whatever flower you want, not just whatever biome you're in. You don't end up with all that grass and seeds. If you turn it on, it works just like this, a little bit faster. That's a lot of flowers right there. Now for the flower farm, you don't need as many hoppers because the flowers are, I mean, you're not going to get multiple flowers per tile. You're only going to get 1 flower per cube. And so you only need 3 hoppers. You don't need, 7. You don't need 7 like the pickle farm. Now this right here certainly looks kind of ugly, right? Well, you can, and so does this, honestly. This over here looks pretty ugly as well. But you can cover it up however you want. In fact, this right here is the exact same thing as this, just with a little bit of block surrounding it. And right over here, you have a staircase. And you can open this window up, knock out the flour, put whatever flour you do want in there. Put the bone meal in here. And here's the switch. Turns on just like the other one. You have the minecart down there running around, catching all the flowers. You can see the flowers filter in here. My mistake. You don't want to do this. Yeah. That way, this redstone dust doesn't power this block and lock this hopper. That's what was happening. So if we put a repeater right here, that should fix the problem. Yep. Problem solved. We'll do the same for over here. Thanks again for watching. All credit for the original design goes to me, Exiled Senpai. All credit for the idea of converting it into a flower farm goes to GG Blah. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, and as always, you can find me live on twitch.tv/exiledsenpai.